Have you ever felt frustrated that you haven't achieved your ultimate success? Well, it's actually not your fault. For you to finally experience the success that you deserve, you must upgrade your thinking. We will give you exclusive access to successful people in business and life. We will break down their success formula into simple steps that you could follow to get you from where you are to where you want to be. My name's Andrew Cameron, and this is Interviews with Experts.
I saw your profile on LinkedIn, and for a start, it inspired me because there's not as many female Forex traders as there should be. So it's great to see that you were doing that and you were doing it full time, so you're doing it really professionally. So I thought it'd be really interesting to inspire a generation of not only female but also male. Because I can tell that you're one of these people where when you start talking nuggets of wisdom are going to come out of your mouth, and also inspiration for other people. So what inspired you to write your book?
Wow. So my dad's an entrepreneur. I got very inspired by him. At the age of 18, he used to clean the street, like with a broomstick. Yeah. So we come from very humble beginnings. And I think it was like around that time where he went into entrepreneurship. So now he's a founder of a couple of companies. He owns hotels, and he also works as a developer. So I got very inspired by his journey. So I started becoming an entrepreneur at the age of 17.
Oh, wow.
Inspired by him. So I had my first company, I was 18, and I started with 300 pounds. That's all I had. So I literally started with that. And 4 months in, I sold it because I got very scared about the tax system. I didn't know how it worked.
Okay.
So I didn't pay taxes. I didn't know how it worked. I kept asking for help, and I wasn't getting the right answers. I got so confused because Swedish taxes is very complex.
I see.
And for someone to do it for you, you have to pay like $1,000 every month. So I just sold it, and 100% of the profits went to a charity, a GoFund that was going on, because I didn't know how to pay taxes.
Oh,
I didn't want to get in trouble, so I gave everything away. So I think I just got inspired very much by him. Even though I studied business and international business law, I don't work in it because I don't want to work for someone. I did do corporate world. It was not for me.
Fair enough. I can understand with that. Yeah. So what started your journey on Forex? How did you arrive at beginning your journey with Forex trading?
It's a bit of a funny story. I knew nothing about the Forex market. I didn't even know how it worked. And so I went to these seminars, these business seminars that kept happening here in Sweden. I also went to a couple in the UK, and then a few in Germany. That was just very, I kept seeing those ads on Facebook and Instagram. So I went to those seminars, and you keep meeting people, you keep growing your network. And I met this particular guy that lives in Birmingham, I believe.
Okay.
So there was a seminar here in Stockholm, and we met there. We had a couple of chats, and whenever he come to Sweden, we'd meet up. So there was this one particular day. At that time, I had my own company, had my own furniture company. And we meet up for lunch, and he's just playing on his phone. I was like, why do you keep looking at your phone? What's going on? And he made 3,000 pounds whilst we were having lunch. Sorry, it was like a late lunch. It could be dinner as well. So I was puzzled. Like, how are you making that much money? We're just sitting here. And the way that my company worked, as long as I was working, I was making money.
That's right.
If I was sleeping, I most likely was not making money. So he's just sitting there, and he's making 3,000 pounds. So it piqued my interest. And he wouldn't tell me how he learned, right? He kept saying, oh, I have some friends who work as hedge funds, this and that. He never really told me an actual way. So I did what any normal person would do. I went to YouTube. So I spent 4 months trying to learn from YouTube. And it's like the best way to waste your time, because you feel like you're being productive, but you're not being productive. And then you have someone will say something, and there's another person who will say the complete opposite. So who's right? Sometimes I believe in the law of attraction. So I kept wanting to learn, right? I kept meeting people who knew all of a sudden, I never knew anyone that did Forex. But then after that, I kept meeting people who were doing part-time, full-time.
Wow.
And long story short, it led to my current mentor. He's a 7-figure earner.
So make sure you subscribe so you don't delay your success.